TikTok is ruining you. Yes, you've heard that right. Your attention is dying from it. The number of short videos being watched every minute is on the rise, and our attention spans are shrinking faster than ever. Welcome to the era of shorts, where TikToks, Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of the captivating social media platforms have taken shorts by storm, reshaping how we engage with content and altering the very fabric of our attention. Now, that might seem a little bit overdramatic, but it is true. In just over 5 years, TikTok has become a cultural phenomenon, taking up space in our phones and mind constantly. But there's a huge cost we can't ignore. We are living in a world flooded with bite-sized entertainment. So with the world moving the way it is, our attention spans are getting shorter, and it's limiting our ability to focus and maintain attention. In this video, I take a look at how all this came to be and thus explore the potential tips on how to take back control of your own mind in this TikTok Shorts age. Before I go into it, make sure to like this video as you can spread it to more people, and if you have time, subscribe to this channel so we can continue to help you mine the golden mind. So the TikTok phenomenon. Created by a Chinese company, TikTok is a social media platform primarily known for the creation and sharing of short-form content. In fact, you would say that it served as the catalyst for why other platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram jumped on the whole bandwagon of shorts. Launched in 2016, the platform has grown to become one of the most popular social media platforms in the world. And as of this video, TikTok has gained close to 2 billion monthly active users, making it one of the most popular social media platforms used by Gen Z. In fact, just taking a quick look at some stats, TikTok has become the #1 downloaded app in more than 40 countries, available in 150 plus markets and 35 plus languages. In 2022, the platform was the second most downloaded app globally. And in that same year, it became the #1 app that users spent the most time on it, with users averaging about 1.5 hours every single day. While the app may have fewer users than Instagram as a whole, it appears to be more engaging. TikTok users spend 22.9 hours per month on the app, while YouTube, mainly known for long-form content, clocked in with a slightly higher number at 23.4 hours monthly. While YouTube does reign in this regard, it has been around for much longer, so it's a credit to TikTok. In 2022, TikTok was the 6th most frequently used social media app. Users tune in to TikTok to find fun, with 4 in 5 users rating TikTok as very or extremely entertaining, with 90% of users reporting that the platform never gets boring. So, as evident from all that data, TikTok may not rank #1, but it's getting close year by year. And more than anything, its engagement time and bounce rate is far less than any of the other social media counterparts like YouTube and Instagram. And honestly, it's understandable why this might be the case, as TikTok learned from its competitors and has created an optimized user experience that makes it hard to leave. For one, it focuses on short-form video. Generally speaking, TikTok videos are limited to 60 seconds, which make them easy to watch, digest, and move forward. At the same time of its release, YouTube and Facebook were focused more on long form, and so TikTok grabbed a hold of a younger generation looking to scroll through content much faster. Then it also has a personalized algorithm, much like all the other social media platforms. TikTok's algorithm is what has made it so extremely addicting. It's designed to keep users engaged. It leverages recommended videos so precise that once you're finished one video, it keeps you hooked in by playing another similar video thereafter. And before you know it, you realize you've spent hours scrolling through the app. There's also a wide range of content. While it's primarily popular for dance videos and cultural trends, TikTok does offer a wide variety of content, from sketches, memes, to even educational videos. This is what has been making it one of the key platforms to digest information. One of the things that made TikTok blow up was its ability to encourage users to create and hop onto different challenges, trends, and memes, the very language of the internet. This participatory element of TikTok taps into the collective consciousness, and it's what made users feel so connected. And then of course, there's also the multimodal experience. In addition to its videos, TikTok leveraged music and audio as a powerful tool. Creators were encouraged to sync their content with audio snippets from movies or shows, and then overlay them with music clips. This multimodal experience of visual, audio, and humor all enhance emotional engagement far better than just a static image. And then of course, you have the infinite scroll. Before YouTube and Instagram jumped on board in the whole shorts movement, TikTok allowed one video to seamlessly lead to the next with a simple swipe, creating a continuous stream of content that never really ended. And with such short-form content passing by in an instant, this made it effortless for users to consume videos one after the other, for hours. This user design imitated the experience of endlessly flipping through a magazine or TV shows as people once did in the past. And then also, visual search. And then also they have the visual effects and filters. Coming after the era of Snapchat and Instagram, TikTok also leveraged the use of add-ons for visual effects, filters, and overlays to enhance videos' visual appeal. To top it all off, its search is unmatched. What TikTok has done far better than other platforms like Instagram is the power of its search. Gen Z are turning to TikTok for search, with many of its users jumping onto the app to find recommendations for restaurants or travel ideas. So while there are plenty of legitimate reasons for why TikTok is exciting, entertaining, and engaging, the fact of the matter is that it's not really doing us any favors when it comes to our attention. It captures most of our attention, and by doing so, we end up losing out more to life than we think. Our very ability to focus and concentrate on a specific task, activity, or stimulus is defined by our attention span. Without a proper grasp on our attention, we fail to make use of the precious time that defines us. A longer attention span is like a sponge that soaks up knowledge more effectively. When we're able to sit down and study for extended periods of time, we can delve deeper into what we're learning, and it makes it easier to retain information. There have been plenty of research showing that students with stronger attention spans tend to perform better academically. They excel in tasks that require sustained focus, like reading, textbooks, taking notes, and completing assignments. Longer attention spans allow students to engage in critical thinking and problem solving. They can explore topics in depth, analyze information critically, and draw meaningful conclusions. Now, the attention span is directly correlated with workplace productivity as well. When employees can concentrate on their tasks without frequent distractions, they can complete assignments more efficiently and deliver high-quality work. But as we get more used to the short bursts of content and results caused by short-form content, we are unable to sit still and remain productive. Good attentional control allows us to allocate dedicated blocks of time to a given task, reducing the need for multitasking and constant task switching. But TikTok and other social media platforms that encourage short bursts of stimulation does the very opposite. Our brains need that next stimuli immediately after. It's not just about productivity and learning that attention helps out either. Maintaining attention during conversations is crucial for effective communication as well. When we listen actively and attentively to others, we show respect and empathy. However, someone who cannot sit still for a meaningful conversation ends up missing important details or simply not listening at all. This can dampen relationships, as it gives the impression that said person is not fully engaged or interested. Over the years, attention span trends have been of great interest to the scientific community. In fact, one widely known study presented by Microsoft Corp looked at how the average attention span of humans had decreased from 12 seconds in 2000 to 8.25 seconds in 2015, the equivalent to that of a goldfish supposedly. While the accuracy of this study has been questioned and debunked, with several psychologists noting that this is very dependent on the task itself, it is still worth noting and quite evident that our attention spans are not the same as they used to be. Then there's the advent of digital technology, especially smartphones and social media, which definitely has a cost to this. The constant stream of notifications and information in front of us is causing the frequent interruptions, causing us to multitask and thereby lowering our attention. As Dr. Gloria Mark, a professor of informatics at the University of California, Irvine notes, in 2004 we measured the average attention on a screen to be 2.5 minutes. Some years later we found attention spans to be about 75 seconds. Now we find people can only pay attention to one screen for an average of 47 seconds. The very nature of switching from one app to another or from one task to another, something TikTok and Shorts does very well to keep us hooked, causes an interruption of flow and thereby productivity. And some findings have found that this accelerated up and down of consuming content leads to a rapid exhaustion of our attentional resources, which we are limited of. Apparently, the average time it takes for us to get back into a fully focused mode after being interrupted once was roughly 23 minutes. So if it takes that much time to settle back into focus, and we're living in a world where constant notifications and video shorts are keeping us distracted every minute, it's only natural for us to feel fatigue and frustration when trying to retain some level of focus. This excessive exposure to screens at a young age has also been closely associated with shorter attention spans and difficulties in concentrating. A study published in the journal PLOS ONE found that children who spend more time on digital devices have shorter attention spans than children who spend less time on digital devices. The same study also found that these children who had shorter attention spans were more likely to have problems in school and in their personal lives. And it's not just about how we feel in that moment either. This addiction to social media and the excessive exposure to fast-paced dopamine-triggering stimuli like TikTok is affecting the neural connections made in our brains as well. We all know that the brain is capable of forming new connections through different experiences, something called neuroplasticity, which we talk about in another video. While the frequent use of TikTok can lead to changes in brain anatomy, studies have found that the addiction to social media is quite similar to the alterations made in the brain from the use of other addictive substances like drugs and gambling. This suggests that the brain's attention system is influenced by environmental factors, including digital media consumption. Social media platforms trigger dopamine release, the brain's reward and pleasure neurotransmitter. Our brain then adapts to seek for this quick gratification, which can lead to a preference for shorter, more immediate rewarding activities. This then causes us to have a decreased ability to sustain attention on longer, more complex tasks. So simply put, our brains grow impatient for that next dopamine hit. So what can we do to improve this attention span? Considering that our attention is so crucial to getting things done, learning, and fostering better relationships, in this day and age where attention is a valuable resource that brands and people are fighting for, what can we really do about it? Well, of course, there's the obvious: we need to limit screen time. It is important to limit the amount of time you spend on digital devices. Several experts have noted that for adults, screen time should be limited to only 2 hours per day outside of work. Then you also should try to get enough sleep. When you are well rested, you are better able to focus and concentrate better. There's extensive research on the benefits of sleep and concentration. And remember, using your phone before bed does more harm for you than good. We've covered this in another video. Also, of course, there's a typical advice of eat healthily. Eating a healthy diet can also help to improve your overall cognitive function and attention. What we put into our body not only shapes how we look, but it plays a huge part of how we feel as well. And then you also need to move around more. Exercise is not only good for your physical health, it can improve your cognitive function and concentration. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise for several times a week. If you aren't a gym rat, there is no need to go super hard each time, but just move. Movement itself has been shown that even just short bouts of movement or physical activity can boost concentration for up to an hour. And then practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment, whether that be meditation or simply sitting still without your phone and trying to focus on a single spot. Learn to be mindful of the moment. There are countless research done on the power of mindfulness. We are no doubt living in an attention economy where the modern digital landscape is causing companies to tweak their algorithms to get you to stay on their app longer. Everyone is competing for your limited attention. Remember, social media platforms like TikTok are engineered and designed to maximize user engagement through personalized content. But all of this short-form content, as entertaining as it may be, ultimately leads to information overload and thereby put a hefty burden on your cognitive load. This overload overwhelms the brain, depletes your limited attentional resources, and thus makes it challenging to maintain focus on anything meaningful. This is why, as much as we can, it's important to try and get away from all that social media, including TikTok, and try to back the one thing that is highly precious for you in this modern day: your attention. If you've enjoyed what you watched, please make sure to like the video so I can share to more people, and subscribe to this channel so I can continue to deliver more nuggets of gold for boosting your brain and behavior.